Hi, I'm Katherine Kelly, and what I'm here to talk to you today about is really learning to embrace change, learning to embrace the beauty and the process of change rather than looking for that huge event that will transform our lives instantaneously. Now, granted, I do believe that there are those events, but in most cases, we're here to evolve very slowly. And if we try to push that, sometimes we miss out on some big things. So last week I was talking to a client about the changes that she was making, and she was very, very frustrated with the fact that the changes she was attempting to make weren't happening quickly enough, that she was feeling like she wasn't changing in nearly, the rapid pace that she thought she should or could. And as she was talking, this image came up from my memory of a situation that, again, was really kind of burned in me forever because it was such a cool experience. So I went to graduate school in Indiana. And at the northern end of Indiana is Lake Michigan, which is really looks like an ocean. When you get right there on the beach, you are looking out at this huge expanse of water, and it really does resemble the ocean because of the fact that you really can't see anything beyond the water. And so my best friend had come up to visit me from Colorado, and so we drove up. And, like everybody else, we brought beach towels, we brought a picnic, we brought stuff to kind of hang out with, and we're splooshing around in the water. And she goes walking up the beach, just kind of looking around, and I'm standing there about knee deep in water, looking out into the water just like everybody else, because just like at the beach, a lot of people, of course, face the ocean and then look for the big events, look for boats, look for parasailers, look for whatever. And really the same thing was the case for Lake Michigan. And even though it's a freshwater, body of water, there's still this anticipation that there's going to be something out there that we're going to see that's going to surprise us, that's going to basically um, have some sort of impact on us. So I was standing looking out, kind of glancing up and down the beach, and then I happened to look over my left shoulder. And what I saw was basically the sand dune that was behind us. Now, up on the northern end of Lake Michigan is a state park that is basically all sand dunes. And what happens is that the water off the lake and the water off of the land gently push, or not so gently, depending on the Windy City being right by Chicago, push the sand up into these huge dunes. And so, literally, from the parking lot, you have to walk up over the dune and come back down in order to get to the beach. And so, what had happened was, I happened to pan over and I looked, and what was really cool about what I saw was that, everybody was sitting there on the beach looking outward, looking for those big aha moments, looking for the whatever they might see that might surprise them, or whether it's a boat, whether it's a parasailer, whatever they were looking for. But had they just turned around and really looked at those sand dunes, they would have seen that there is constant transformation happening every single second. And I remember just standing there being in awe of the beauty of what I was seeing because no one else was looking that way. But what was happening was that literally that sand dune was transforming right in front of me. You could see these waves of the sand blowing down, and then you'd see another one start over here and come down, and another one over here start and come down. And so it was this constant curtain effect of this sand coming down, and I literally stood there having this wonderful experience of watching this beauty and transformation take place in every single second. But also it hit me, and it hit me hard because I was also one of those people that wanted to see the big changes in my life, and I, as a new therapist at the time in training, wanted to make the big changes in a person's life and have these big waves come over people and have a part in that. But what I realized in that moment is that really, if we just stopped and stepped back and looked at the beauty of our transformation that we are going through every single second of our lives, we would be able to see that beauty. We would be able to embrace it, be able to sit with it, be able to come together with it and be present rather than trying to race up and make some big change. And so I wanted to bring that story to you today because, again, if I could paint that picture for you, I would. But really, the beauty of watching those sand dunes form and change and shift and evolve is really what we do every single moment of our day. And so to me, it's really important to take stock in that and realizing that every breath we take is part of evolution. Every day that we get up and we go to work or we go to school or we go do something that is going to be helping a family member or taking children to school or working in the yard, whatever that is, if we look at every single day as part of our transformation, just think about how much more we would get out of life, how much more fulfilled we would be, how much more present we would be, and certainly how much more conscious we would be of every single bit of our lives and how it comes together to weave who we are and create our own sand dune of life. Create that beauty that really is there for us. And so I wanted to tell you that story because to me it was such a transformational moment for myself, so much so that I went home and journaled it. And for those 20 some years ago that I was, well, actually almost 30 years ago that I was in graduate school, it brought to me such a profound awareness that we really have to stay present in any given time. So thank you for listening. I hope you got something out of listening to this whole idea of watching and embracing our transformation. And I hope you can envision that whole scene for yourself. If you've liked what you've heard and seen, please go to my website at www.drkatherineTkelly.com, where you're going to be able to find on the left side of the screen all of my social media network links. And also, if you like this, I would love to hear from you and hear about your own journey and your own transformation and your own process of watching your change and evolution happen. So you can contact me through email. You can basically go to my blog and put a comment on this site. And I would love for you to follow this blog also. So I hope you are having a wonderful day. Take some time to savor that presence and that awareness that we are transforming at any given moment. And I hope you have a fantastic day.